Morning students. Today we are going to study about the chapter number 2, which is polynomials. Let's first start with degree of polynomial. Degree of this is a polynomial px equals to x square plus 2x plus 5. So the mean of degree of polynomial means the highest power of variable in polynomial. So highest power of variable. So the highest power of variable in polynomial is 2. So 2 is highest power of variable x. So you can see here the degree of polynomial is the highest power of variable in given polynomial. Here you can see px equals to x square plus 2x plus 5, and here the variable is x, and the degree, the highest power of variable x is 2. So 2 is the highest power of variable x. So degree of px is equals to x square plus 2x plus 5 is 2. So here you can see degree of this polynomial is 2. Now let's see another example, just like x plus 2x cube plus 3. Px equals to x plus 2x cube plus 3. So we can see the variable is x. Here variable is x, and the highest power of x is here 3. So degree of px equals to x plus 2x cube plus 3 is 3. Now let's see another example, minus 1 by 2 x plus x raised to 4 plus 3x square plus 10. So what is here degree of polynomial? Highest power? Highest power of variable is 4. So here the degree of px is equals to 4. So here you can see the degree highest power. You have to remember that highest power, the highest power of variable in polynomial is x equals to 2. In first example, px equals to x square plus 2x plus 5. So the degree of polynomial, this first polynomial is 2. Now you can see this polynomial px equals to x plus 2x cube plus 3. So what is the power here? Highest power 3. So the degree of polynomial is 3. Now in this example, px equals to minus 1 by 2 x plus x raised to 4 plus 3x square plus 10. The highest power is 4. So the degree of this polynomial px equals to 4. So now one more example, px equals to 2. This is called constant polynomial. What is called constant polynomial? So here we can see there is no variable. It means there is no variable. It means we can write x raised to 0. So now you can see the degree of px here 0. So the 0 is the degree of constant polynomial. So I think you have understood about the degree of polynomial, the meaning of degree of polynomial, and how we find the degree of polynomial for different types of polynomials. Now we can see another example. Px equals to x raised to 2 plus 3x plus x raised to 2. So this is another example. We will find the degree of this polynomial. Now you can see here is also x square and here is also x square. So suppose we take here minus. Okay. Now you can see first we simplify this polynomial to find the degree of polynomial. So you can see plus x square and minus x square will be cancelled out. So the remaining is only px equals to 3x. So now you can see the degree of polynomial is here. The highest power of variable is 1. So the degree of polynomial is 1. So if you see directly in this polynomial, you will see that the degree of polynomial is 2. But we have to be careful about that there is a simplification process. So after simplification process, you will find the degree of polynomial. So we have to remember simplification. After simplification process, we have to find degree of polynomial. So you have to remember two things. First, the highest power of variable in polynomial is called degree of polynomial, and second thing, simplification process. After simplification, you have to find the degree of polynomial. So this is very important. Okay. So this topic you have to understand better. Now we will go forward for next topic, which is the types of polynomial. Types of polynomial. Yes. So on the basis of degree of polynomial, we find types of polynomials. First, linear polynomial. So if you have to remember, if degree of polynomial is 1, then polynomial is called linear polynomial. So what you have to remember, if degree of polynomial is 1. So let's see example, 3x plus 2. This is polynomial, 3x plus 2. So what is the degree of polynomial is here? 1. So it is linear polynomial. Now let's see another example, py equals to 2 plus 3y. So this is also linear polynomial. So you can see here the variable is x and the exponent or power you can say this is 1. So here is also 1. So the degree of polynomial is 1. Both the polynomial have the degree of polynomial is 1. So both polynomials are linear polynomial. Now quadratic polynomial. So quadratic, if degree of polynomial is 2, if degree of polynomial is 2, then polynomial is called quadratic polynomial. Let's see example. Px equals to 2x square plus 5x plus 10. Now you can see the degree of polynomial is 2. So degree of polynomial Px is 2. So it is quadratic polynomial. Let's see another example. Py equals to minus 2y plus 3x square plus 10. Now you can see here, sorry, y square. So now you can see here the degree of polynomial is 2. So this is also called quadratic. Now third is cubic polynomial. So for cubic polynomial, you can guess what is the degree of polynomial? The degree of polynomial will be 3. The degree of polynomial will be 3. If degree of polynomial is 3, then polynomial is called cubic polynomial. So you have to remember the degree of polynomial is 3, then the given polynomial is called cubic polynomial. Let's take example. 2x cube plus 3x square plus 5. Px equals to 2x cube plus 3x square plus 5. So what is the highest power of the degree of polynomial here? 3. So it is cubic. Cubic polynomial. So in this topic we have understood about the different types of polynomial. First, the linear polynomial. If degree of polynomial Px is 1, it means the highest power is 1, then the polynomial is called linear polynomial. If example Px 3x plus 2, then this linear polynomial because the degree is 1. Py equals to 2 plus 3y raised to 1. So linear polynomial. Why? Because the degree of variable y is 1. Now second, quadratic polynomial. That if degree of polynomial Px equals to 2, then polynomial is called quadratic. If example like that, Px equals to 2x square plus 5x plus 10. You can see here x raised to 2. The degree is 2. So it is called quadratic polynomial. Third, cubic polynomial. If degree of polynomial is 3, then polynomial is called cubic polynomial. Example, Px equals to 2x raised to 3 plus 3x square plus 5. You can see here the degree of x is 3. Degree of x is 3. So it is called cubic polynomial. So these are the different types of polynomial. You have to remember, if degree is 1, then it is called linear polynomial. If degree is 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. If degree is 3, then it is called cubic polynomial. Now we will learn about the next topic, which is the value of polynomial. This topic you have learned about in the next class also. Sorry, previous class. In previous 9th class you have understood about this topic, but we will revise. So the topic is value of polynomial. Suppose this is the polynomial Px equals to 3x plus 5. The given polynomial is Px equals to 3x plus 5. Suppose I put x equals to 2 in polynomial Px. So the value on x is equals to 2, so we write here 2, because we are finding the value of polynomial at x equals to 2. So at x equals to 2, so you will write p2. Now you will put the value in the given polynomial 3. 3 there it is, multiply on the place of x. On the place of x you will write 2 plus 5. We will solve this one, simplify. 3 to the 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is equals to 11. So P2 is equals to 11. It means the value of Px is equals to 3x plus 5 at x equals to 2 is P2 equals to 11. P2 equals to 11. This P2 is showing that the value of x is here 2. So the given polynomial, the value of given polynomial, which is Px equals to 3x plus 5, you have x equals to 2. So when you put x equals to 2 in the given polynomial, you will get the value of polynomial. So this is known as the value of polynomial. Now suppose, now 0 of polynomial. The next topic is 0 of polynomial. Actually 0 is related to this topic, value of polynomial. So what is the meaning of 0 of polynomial? Suppose we understood by the example Px is equals to 2x plus 10. So can you guess here how the polynomial Px, what will the value of variable? You will think what will be the x here so that Px become 0. As you find the value of polynomial, so you have to think about the value of x which make this polynomial, this given polynomial equals to 0. So how you solve? You just there are two methods. First is trial and error method and second is solving the equation method. So first we will use by trial and error method. Okay. So we will find Px equals to 2x plus 10. So we'll put 2x plus 10 equals to 0 because we need to make it 0 according to definition. So we will simplify, we will solve this. 2x equals to, this will become here minus 10 by transposition method. Now 2x is equals to minus 10. Now this 2 will be here by transposition method and we will solve. 2 5s are 10 and minus. So x equals to minus 5 is 0 of given polynomial. So 0 of polynomial means you have to make the given polynomial equals to 0 and you have to simplify and find the value of variable, and that value of variable will be the 0 of polynomial. Okay. Okay, let's take another example. Suppose Px equals to 4x minus 20. Okay, so 4x minus 20 equals to 0. So 4x is equals to 20 will go that side, it is minus 20, it will go positive. So 20 upon 4. 4 5s are 20. So x equals to 5. So x equals to 5 is a 0 of polynomial Px equals to 4x minus 20. So you have understood better that how to find the 0 of polynomial. This is called 0 of polynomial. So 0 of polynomial is x equals to 5 because the x equals to 5 make the polynomial equals to 0. Now we will learn about the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. Geometrical means we will understand about the meaning of zeros on graph. So first we will understand about the linear polynomial. linear polynomial means the basic form is px is equals to ax plus b. Example, px is equals to 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5, you can see here x is to 1, so degree of is 1, so it is linear polynomial. Now we understand what is the meaning of 0. How many 0? The number of zeros by using graph of polynomial px equals to 2x plus 5. In earlier classes, you learned how to make the graph of linear equation. First of all, you have to find 3 points. Suppose you put x equals to 1 here, so it will be x equals to 1 here, so it will be 7. If you put x equals to 2, then y equals to 2 into 2 plus 5, 4 plus 5, 9. So you put x equals to 2, you got 9. If you put x equals to 3, then y equals to 2 into 3 plus 5, 2 3 are 6 plus 5, 11. So you put the 3, you got 11. So just how you have understood about this, how to make the graph of linear equation in earlier classes. I just taking the example. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is x. This is y. This is the origin point. So 1 comma. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the x-axis and this is y-axis. Actually y we have to take up to 11. So I make again. So first we put the first value 1, 7. 1, 7. This is first point. 2, 9, 2, 9, second point, and 3, 11, which is here, 3, 11, and this is 2, 9, and this is 1, 7. So when you join these 3 points, you will got a line. Now you will increase this line up to forward. You will forward this line. You will see this line is passing from x-axis from one point. How many points? The line will pass from the x-axis from one point. So this will show the zero of polynomial. It means the graph of the line passes from x-axis at how many points? Only one point here in the case of linear polynomial. So we will find the coordinate of this point. You can see -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and here. So you will find the coordinate of this point. Actually we are just finding the number of zeros. Okay. So the number of zeros is how many zeros? Zeros equals to 1. Number of zeros is 1. So the number of zeros for linear equation, we are writing here the linear equation, the linear polynomial has only one zero. Has only one zero because it passes from the only one point from the x-axis. So this was the geometrical representation of the number of zeros for linear polynomial. Now we will understand about the for different types of polynomial. Second is quadratic. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial is basically standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. Example, px is equals to x square plus 2x plus 5. So when you make the graph of this polynomial, you will get a parabola. There are so many different cases. First is this one. So you can see here how many zeros here, how many points. The parabola graph. The graph is crossing x-axis from 2 points A, B. So the number of zeros is equals to 2 for quadratic polynomial. Px is equals to x square plus 2x plus 5. Now you can see the different cases. This is case 1, this is case 2. If the parabola is the graph of polynomial px is passes from only one point, so the number of zeros equals to 1. The graph of the quadratic polynomial is not a straight line. A straight line will only have linear equation. The graph of quadratic polynomial will always have parabola form. Now, case third. It may be like this. So you can see this graph is not passing from the, not crossing x-axis. You can see this graph is not crossing the x-axis. So there is no zeros. No zeros. Okay? There is no zero. So actually x-axis is decided the how many, the graph of any polynomial if crossing x-axis at how many points. How many points? You have to count the number of points on x-axis. Remember, on x-axis. So the number of points will decide the number of zeros of the given polynomial. Right. So these are the different cases. The parabola may be crossed from 2 points on x-axis. So the number of zeros is 2. The parabola may be crossed from 1 point. So the number of zeros is 1. And the parabola, the graph of the quadratic polynomial, will not pass from any point on x-axis. So there will be no zeros. Right. So we have learned about the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial for first linear polynomial and second quadratic polynomial. Now we will see the another example, another cases like for cubic polynomial. So for cubic polynomial, it will passes from, you can see here, for cubic polynomial, the degree of polynomial is 3. So you will guess that it may be 3 maximum. Actually the degree is told about the maximum number of zeros. The maximum number of zeros for cubic polynomial, px is equals to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus 10. Sorry, c d. This is actually standard form of the cubic polynomial. Example: px is equals to x cube plus 2x square plus 5x plus 10. So there are some cases. We will discuss the cases. The graph may be like this. So you can see here the graph of cubic polynomial is passes from how many points on x-axis? First, 1, 2 and 3. So the graph of the cubic polynomial is passes from the 3 points. So the number of zeros for cubic polynomial, so the number of zeros of cubic polynomial is 3. Number of zeros. We are just discussing the number of zeros on the basis of graphical representation. Let's see the another example. For more than degree, if degree of polynomial is 4, suppose example like x raised to 4 plus 7x cubed plus 2x square plus 3x plus 10. So the graph may be like this. So you can see here how many points. You just count the number of points on the x-axis. You have to remember on always x-axis. Don't count the point on y-axis. You have to count the number of points on x-axis. So A, B, C, D. So you can see here how many points? 4 points. 4 points. So how many number of zeros? Number of zeros is equals to 4. So the graphical representation, whenever we will make the graph of any given polynomial, you have to check that the graph is passing from how many points? From on x-axis. If it is passing from 1 point, only 1 point, then the number of zeros is 1. If it is passing from the 2 points, then the number of zeros is 2. If it is passing from 3 points, in the case of cubic polynomial, so it will be 3 zeros. It has 3 zeros. So this is the graphical meaning of zeros of polynomial. Right. Now we will learn about the next topic, which is the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. About the coefficients you have learned in class 7, 8 and 9. So we will just see the relationship between the zeros and coefficients for the first linear polynomial. The linear polynomial, you know, the degree is 1. So the topic is relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. This is a very important topic. 4 marks question is based on this topic. 4 marks question based on this topic. First of all, we will discuss about the linear polynomial. We start from the standard form. Px is equals to ax plus b. Px is equals to ax plus b. Here you can see the coefficient of x is at a and constant term is b. So we put ax plus b is equals to 0. So ax is equals to minus b by transposition method, and x is equals to minus b upon a. X is equals to minus b upon a. So this is the relationship between coefficient and zeros of polynomial. Now we will discuss about quadratic polynomial. For quadratic polynomial, the standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. So we know that how many zeros of quadratic polynomial? 2. Let's say alpha and beta are zeros of quadratic polynomial. Alpha and beta. Alpha and beta are 2 zeros of quadratic polynomial. So let's say example x square plus 5x plus 6. This is the quadratic polynomial. First we will find the zeros by solving this polynomial. So by splitting middle term you can find, in class 8 you have understood about the splitting middle term. So I am writing here x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. We take common x here, x plus 2 plus 3 common, x plus 3 to the 6 and x plus 2 common. So remaining is x plus 3. Now x plus 2 equals to 0. To find the zeros. To find the zero, this is the factorization form of quadratic polynomial. Now we get 2 factors. So we will make these both the factors equals to 0 to find the zeros of this polynomial. So x plus 2 equals to 0, x equals to minus 2, first 0, and x plus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to minus 3 is another 0. So here 2 zeros, alpha is minus 2 and beta is minus 3. You have to remember alpha and beta, which we have let here the 0 of polynomial. So alpha is minus 2 and beta is minus 3. Whenever you have given in question any polynomial, any quadratic polynomial, you have to find first zeros. Because when you got the zeros, then you can find the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. Coefficient directly you can see here. The coefficient is, what is the coefficient of x square here? 1. So when you compare by this, I am writing again here ax square plus bx plus c, which is polynomial px. So you can compare here what is the value of a here. Actually here is 1. So what is a here? A is equals to 1. And what is b here? With sign. Keep in mind you have to take the sign also. B is equals to 5. And what is c here? C. 6. So these are the coefficients and constant. And we got the zeros also. I am writing here zeros also. Alpha is equals to minus 2 and beta is equals to minus 3. Now we got this till point. We have got the zeros also and coefficient and constant also. Now our work is start how to find the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. First we will find sum of zeros. So sum of zeros means alpha plus beta equals to. So what is the alpha value? Minus 2 plus minus 3. Keep in mind whenever you write negative integer, you have to use bracket. So what is the sum of 0 here? Minus 2 and minus 3. Plus minus minus. Minus 2 and minus 3 is minus 5. This you have to understand in class 6. How to add, how to subtract integer. So minus 5. So what is the sum? Alpha plus beta is minus 5. Now you can see there is a relationship. If I write, I can write here minus 5. Okay, I am writing here alpha plus beta equals to minus 5. And minus 5 can be written as minus 5 upon 1. We can write this one. minus 5 we can write like this, minus 5 and on 1. So you can see here minus will be outside of the bracket, and what is 5? You can see here 5 is B. 5 is B. And what is 1? 1 is A. It means the alpha plus beta is equals to minus B upon A. Alpha plus beta in language form you can write, what is B here? Minus you have to write here. I. What is B here? B is the coefficient of x. You can see here B is the coefficient of x. So you can write here coefficient of x in language form. What is B? B is the coefficient of x. From the standard form you can see here the B is the coefficient of x. Now what is A? A is the actually coefficient of x squared. So we write here coefficient of x squared. So alpha plus beta is, what is this? Sum of zeros. Sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, alpha plus beta equals to minus, you have to keep, remember, don't forget minus here, minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x squared. So we can write here alpha plus beta equals to minus B upon A. This is the first relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Zeros, you can see alpha beta are zeros and coefficients. So this is the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. First relationship. Now we'll find second relationship. Let's say product. Product of zeros. Product of zeros means alpha into beta. Product means multiply and zeros means alpha and beta. So product of zeros, the value of alpha beta minus 2 and minus 3. So we write here minus 2 into minus 3, which is minus minus plus 2 3 6.